Hello everyone and welcome to the spring 2023 semester of Intro to Psychology. My name is Amy John and I am your professor this semester for this course. This is a 100% online class. That means that all of the work you'll be doing, all of the information that you'll be getting will be found right here in the Canvas course, and it will be done asynchronously, meaning we don't have any required live meetings. I do, however, have office hours over Zoom and in person, so if you'd like to meet, be sure to check those out. Just remember, they are optional. I'm also available to meet at other times throughout the week that don't fall on my office hours. Just feel free to shoot me an email and let me know when you would like to meet, and I'd be happy to meet, have a phone call, or work with you over email, whatever works best for your schedule. So let's look at the course overview and see here on the home page. This is just giving you a brief synopsis of what the class is about. This gives you also a little bit of information about the specific class, my email, as well as some helpful River Valley links. So be sure to check those out. Each week, at a minimum, I'll be sending you 1 to 2 announcements, and if you want to go back and read them through the class, they can be found here. Remember, they also will usually be sent to your school email address, so be sure that you're always checking your school email, as the announcements that I make are really important. They give you updated information and they go directly to your email address. So let's take a look at the syllabus here. That's really important that you take a look at that. Make sure you understand the requirements of the course. And a lot of your questions that you have will be answered in the syllabus, so be sure you read through that before you take the syllabus quiz. So as you can see here, the first page just gives us an overview of some of the specific points of the class, what it entails, how much time you can be spending each week, a course description, some of the competencies, as well as an overview of some of the topics that we'll be discussing. This then shows you how your grade is based in the class. So you'll see that 20% of your grade are going to be the assignments, 30% of your overall grade will be the discussion boards, 35% will be the tests, and then 15% of your final grade is the final project. And I'll give you more information on that in a few weeks. So as I've said in the opening announcement, there's nothing to buy from the bookstore. Everything that we're going to be reading, doing, listening to, watching will be found right in the course. Although if you're like me and you like to have a tangible book to read and look at, you can print off all of the reading materials that I post. And this still should be a lot less expensive than having to buy a brand new textbook. And if you have any questions about that or need any help, please feel free to shoot me an email. So please be sure you go ahead and read all of the information that I have here in the syllabus. And at the end here, you'll see that here's a calendar of what we're going to be covering each week. Now, as it states at the end of this calendar, this is subject to change. So depending on how we're doing, how much progress we're making throughout the course, the concepts that you're understanding or maybe having trouble with, sometimes these dates might change. Again, those are something that I would put in an announcement that I would send out to each of you. Okay, so moving along, let's go back to the modules. So if you get lost, this is the first time taking an online class and you're not really sure where to go, the best place to head over to are the modules. I've set it up so that you should be able to see everything that you need here each week, and everything should be labeled pretty well. And it will be in order. So week 1 will come here. When I post week 2 after I make this video, you'll see that that will come underneath week 1 over here. Make sure that you have gone in each week, looked at what the overview of the week is like. This talks about everything that you need to know and do for the week. If we go back over here, we're going to see that you have the syllabus quiz to take. You're going to see that you need to post your introductions. I've got mine here. And I see that a few people, it looks like, have already posted their introductions, which is awesome. Quite a few of you. That's great. So I'll go in and read those. Again, heading back to the modules is a great place to go if you're lost, because you're going to be able to see exactly what we're working on. And again, right now, just week number 1 is posted. Now, one thing that you might notice is when I post something that's due. For example, you might have an assignment that is due, say, January 29th. However, you might see in the assignment that it's available until February 2nd. Sometimes I do that to allow for people who are submitting late work for partial credit. It does not mean that you can submit it on time on the available date. So I know that sounds confusing, but there is a due date, and the due dates are firm. Sometimes the topic or the assignment might be available until a different date, but please always make sure you're sticking with the due date. The due date is what you always want to make sure you're submitting your work by, even if the assignment is available past that due date. And you can always go back and see the due dates in the syllabus. That is a great place to make sure you're referencing, as well as right in each assignment. For example, you can see here the due date is January 22nd, even though you might go in and see that the syllabus quiz is available a couple days after that. Okay, I think that that's it. You'll see that your grades will be available here in the grades section. I'm not going to click on that because that will give individual students information. But that's it for now. I'll be making videos like this throughout the semester for people that may be struggling or have some questions, and sometimes I'll use a video to answer some of the questions that all of you might have. Again, I just want to emphasize, I am here to help and support you throughout the semester. I know that taking a 100% online class can be a little daunting if you haven't done it before, but have no fear, I am available and more than happy to answer your questions. So I look forward to working with all of you this semester. I do love teaching this class. It's a lot, but I think that it is fun. It can get you to think about topics in a different way, perhaps think about why you do things in a different way, and I hope you find it as interesting and fun as I do.